everybody. I'm Dr. Laina.
And I'm Dr. Jamie.
And we are going to cover 3 of the best sciatic stretches today. So if you have sciatic, you know that sciatic will cause pain going down your leg from pinched nerves, usually in the low back. And so we're going to show you different ways to cover all the different muscles in your lower back. The first stretch we're going to review with you is the figure 4 stretch. So this stretch is really important to help stretch out the sacroiliac area and the piriformis area because that contributes to a great deal of sciatica. So I'm going to have Dr. Jamie just bend both his knees and put his feet flat. And then for what we're going to do is we're going to stretch the right side of his body. So I'll have him take his right ankle, put it over his left knee. He may immediately begin to feel a stretch in the right buttock being in this area. But if he wants to increase the stretch at all, he can use his right arm to just push the knee away gently. He'll feel that really nice and deep in through this area. He may just want to stay here and breathe, but if he wants to increase it even more, he can reach one hand through the hole he created, one hand around this side of the thigh, and really pull that knee up. You'll notice he's keeping his shoulders relaxed and his head down. And one of the main things is he wants to make sure he's bringing this knee up directly to this shoulder. So at no point do we want to let the legs veer off to one side. We'll lose a great deal of the stretch if we do that. So that's the first of our sciatic stretches, and now we'll move on to the second. So for our second stretch, we're going to be stretching out the hamstrings. So the hamstrings on their own can cause a great deal of pain and tension down the back of their legs. So a lot of people actually get misdiagnosed with sciatic issue that actually are dealing with a very, very tight hamstring. That being said, tight hamstrings can also lead to sciatica. So either way, this stretch will become very beneficial to you. So I'm going to have Dr. Neely bend both of his feet and put them, and then if you could hook that strap over one of your feet. Perfect. And then all he's going to do is straighten that leg out. So you can relax your head down. If you're not flexible enough to hold your leg like that, you can always put a pillow under your head. You want to keep your knee, you don't have to lock it, but you want to keep it as straight as possible. And so then the angle that he's pulling this is sort of as if it was going to go up and over his head. So he's just going to take it to the point where he can stay, he's pretty flexible, to where he can stay breathing very comfortably. He doesn't want to scrunch up his face or start breathing in a stressed manner while he's doing it. He's going to be feeling this in the back of this knee and possibly even in the calf and maybe even in the buttocks. If he's very flexible, I want to take this down just a little bit, he can straighten this leg out while he's doing that. But that's a much more advanced way of doing this stretch. He's going to hold these stretches for about 20 or 30 seconds, for about 6 gentle breaths, relax, and then repeat. And we'll show you how to do the last stretch right now. For this last stretch, we're going to demonstrate the lengthener, which is such an important stretch when it comes to realigning the low back and eliminating all of the symptoms of sciatica. So we're using this chair, depending on how flexible you are. If you're very flexible, you can do this stretch with your hands on the seat of the chair, but we're actually going to demonstrate it with your hands on the back of the chair. So you could use a countertop, your desk, anything like that. So I'm going to have Dr. Neely take his feet hips width apart and just take another step backwards or two. So you want to be a good, probably depending on how tall you are, about 2 feet from the chair. And I'm going to have Dr. Jamie just soften his knees as he bends forward at the waist and shifts his weight into his heels. So he's going to keep his knees really soft as he's doing this. And what he's doing is he's aiming his tailbone for the back wall. So all of his weight right now is in his heels. You can see that he's keeping his spine really straight. He wants to keep his head in line with his spine. And he's going to feel a stretch all through here, down the back, and all the way down the back of his legs, keeping his knees soft and just really, really pulling out through the top of his head as he reaches out through his tail. So I'll show you what this looks like if we go a little bit deeper so you can relax. See if you can do that with your hands there. Same idea. So he's done this quite a bit, so you can see how he can keep his spine aligned as he's pulling backwards through his heels. His knees are softening, yet he's supporting himself in the chair. He'll know if this is too low for him because this is what will happen. You just round your upper back. He'll end up having to do this. So this is what we want to avoid when doing this stretch. We really want, back to spinal alignment, please, we really want to keep this nice straight line through the head and through the tail as he's in this position. Keeping his weight back in his heels, one of the things he can do when he's here is he can just shift from side to side. So he's shifting from heel to heel, getting an even deeper stretch. This is one of our patients' absolute favorite stretches for immediate quick relief and a full body spinal and stretch of the back of the legs. So if you have any other questions about sciatica stretches, please let us know in the comments below. We'll be happy to answer them for you. If you found value, we'd really appreciate it if you would press like and subscribe to our channel for all the greatest health information.